Hey, YouTube. So, I've been getting a lot of questions about what's better, feeding live or frozen thaws to my snake. And mm, not really one is preferred, but here's some pros and cons on live versus frozen thaw. Okay, for live, some of the pros is first, it's more exciting. I mean, everybody likes to see a snake kill an animal. Um, Next one is it's easier to feed. You put the mouse in there, let the snake do the work. That's all it is. Just keep an eye on it. One more thing is it's more natural. I mean, in the wild, snakes aren't getting frozen thawed food from a tree or anything. And it's higher in nutrition. With frozen food, it loses a lot of its protein, vitamins, nutrition, all of that while frozen. So when you feed it live or even freshly killed, it still has all its nutrients that the snake can use. Okay, for some cons, first most biggest con is more expensive. Live, they're gonna cost you anywhere from 3 to 4, and that's mice. Rats, you're looking up to anywhere from 5 to 6. Rat. Next is it may take a while. When I had mine on live, sometimes it took almost 10 minutes for the snake to get the mouse. Next thing is you gotta keep an eye on your mouse and rat. Um, it can bite your snake and harm your snake, and you don't want that for your snake. So you really have to keep an eye on it. Make sure the the mouse isn't gonna do nothing and that it's not hurting your snake, because they can do harm. They can bite your snake and they could even severely injure your snake and can kill your snake. And the last thing is snakes don't always eat every week. They can go through a month or two without eating. So if you have live and the snake doesn't want to eat, you basically have another pet. That means you have to take care of it, give it the right nutrition to keep it alive, all until the snake wants to eat, and that may be up to 2 months. So some pros and cons on the frozen dog is first and foremost cheaper. I mean, frozen you can get them for $2-3 a pack. Next thing is you can buy in bulk. That's keep them in your freezer. Don't have to go to the store every week. It's more sensitive for people who don't like watching snakes kill live food. I know some people who just shiver every time I said my snake is gonna eat a mouse and it's live. And the last thing is it's convenient. I mean, buy in bulk, leave in your freezer, thaw one out every week, feed it to your snake, and you don't have to keep up. If the snake doesn't want to eat for a month or two, then just keep it frozen and until it wants to eat. Now for some cons, you may get bit. I mean, you have to have tongs. You have to wiggle in front of them, and sometimes a snake can miss. And when it misses, it may get you. Um, Bites aren't really that bad. I've never been bit, but um, I heard a lot about people getting bit, and a lot of them say they don't even realize they've gotten bit. But nonetheless, getting bit is something possible. Um, Thawing ahead of time. Some people find this inconvenient, especially if they like leaving stuff to the last minute. If they may forget, and or they're busy, and thawing is just kind of going over their heads, but it's part of it. Then the last thing is it may be hard to switch, whether you're switching from live to frozen or frozen to live. The switch may be, if you're switching from live to frozen, it may take a while. Mine personally got it on the first try, but I've seen a lot of people where it took them a while. And switching from thaw to live, you have to make sure if you are planning to switch back or you might switch back to live, when you're feeding them, you have to make sure you're wiggling in front of them. Make sure you're wiggling it after they have it, just to get that sensation of that they haven't killed it yet, so they have to keep on constricting. Because if they get used to frozen thawed mice not moving and you do decide to switch them back, it may think the mouse or rat is dead, when in reality it's just unconscious, and it may come back consciousness before the snake finished digesting it. That would be a problem because of it'll do that inside the snake, cause a lot of intestinal bleeding, and you don't want that for your snake. So, me personally, I end up switching mine to frozen thawed. It's more convenient, and I live an hour away from the reptile store, so yeah, going every week to the reptile store isn't really on my to-do list, so I usually just buy in bulk. I get a 3-pack for my snake, and like I said, my switching over wasn't really that bad. I had them on live, then moved into frozen thawed, but I still kind of wiggle a little in case I ever do decide I want to switch it to live. Maybe I'll move closer one day, or reptile store will move next to me. But anyways, I hope I answered some of y'all's questions, and if you have any comments or anything, go ahead and leave a comment, press that like button, and subscribe. Thank you.